Casa-de-Esperanza started because children aren't safe. Bill Jones and I came together and started Casa because I had worked with a young mother who had moved out with a guy, and he beat her 17-month-old child to death over potty training. And she called and said if I had had a place for my children, that wouldn't have happened. And that was the moment at which we knew we needed to just stop talking about wanting to do something for children and begin to do something for children. And Bill and I got together with a group of our friends. A friend of ours donated $500. We rented a little house in the 3rd Ward for $280, got licensed to take care of children, and began the journey which is today Casa. The goal of Casa is what it was in the very beginning, to provide safety for children and permanence for children. Since Casa raises its budget from the community every year, we need help in taking care of the children who come to Casa. Since Casa does not receive government funding or any payment for the children who stay at Casa, the community is critical in protecting the children of tomorrow. Having cared for children who have been drug addicted, exposed to HIV, and have many other problems for many years, has helped us to learn how to care for them in a way that most effectively meets their needs. The aftercare program we have at Casa for the families of children when they return home allows families to successfully continue to take care of their children and meet their multiple needs. The post-adopt program at Casa helps families who've adopted special needs children be able to help them successfully move into adulthood. And the Hands of Hope program at Casa, where young college students come and spend a year with us, helps them learn how to be doctors and lawyers and teachers in a very different way, a way that helps them understand the needs of children. The many people who come to help us at Casa, the staff, the board, and volunteers, are a group of people who are very invested in what happens to these children. And the fact that Casa has remained small and home-like over all the years makes the investment of these people feel very real, and they see the change in children from one week to the next. A child who didn't know how to sit in a chair, whose chance of success at school is minimal because of that, now can sit, can listen to a story. I think they're personally involved in what happens to the children of Casa. There are many ways we measure success at Casa, but the most important success for us is the change that Casa makes in the lives of the children who come to live at Casa, and the change that happens in the parents' lives who entrust their children to us at Casa. And with a 30-year history, we've seen children who started out with really no ability to function, who now are going to college, have successfully completed college, and are now giving back to the communities they live in. The cycle of multi-generational abuse and neglect has been broken. Some of the aspects that people don't understand about Casa are that Casa serves children from all ethnic groups, not just what the name would imply. Casa is the longest serving agency of children with HIV in the nation. And Casa works with families who voluntarily need to place their young children into foster care, and that is with no charge to the parent. And this allows families to place their children in a safe environment. In 1982, we had one small rented house in the 3rd Ward. Today, we have a 10-house neighborhood in the medical center where we care for children. Over the years at Casa, We have taken care of 4,000 children who would have been at threat for abuse and neglect. We have placed 300 children with special needs in adoptive, loving families. And when the world was afraid of HIV, we stepped in and again began with one little house and one child. And we now have a program where we take care of many children with HIV, and we continue to do that same thing we did. We provide safety for those children, and we help people understand that they are children that need care. One of the greatest challenges CASA faces is helping people understand the extent of damage that abuse and neglect does to very young children. When a child who is 3 years old can change a diaper and make a bottle, that child does not have a childhood, and that damages that child. The fear and prejudice that surrounds children and families with HIV is a challenge to us every day. Raising our budget from the community as opposed to accepting government funding again poses its own set of challenges. And finally, CASA only has 6 children in each of the homes because it is our belief that children need attention, they need personalized service, and the only way we can deliver that is in a small, home-like setting. Given the fact that more children are abused and neglected every year, the staff needs at CASA increase every year. Our psychologist needs help. We need to recruit more foster families to help us take care of children who come to CASA. And our adoptive families who have been involved for many years in taking care of children need assistance as their children move into those critical middle school, high school, and college years. As the number of children at CASA grows over the years, we have more families that need help in caring for their children when they return home. We have more adopted children, and CASA doesn't go away. CASA becomes a touch point for all these people to successfully continue to care for these children. So as we expand the number of children we take care of, we have to expand the services we're able to provide to those families and adoptive families as the years go on.